Hello everyone, today I'm very excited to show you this Chrysler 300S. So not the 300C but the 300S like Sport. And I'm currently traveling on a vacation in New Mexico, and this is my rental car here. We use this as a family rental car, and we'll get to that as well, see if there's enough luggage space in this vehicle. So the Chrysler 300 came out, I believe, the second generation, I believe, was in 2011. So this is actually a pretty old vehicle if you think about it. We are 2022 right now, and the current model here in front of us is a 20. So this is 2 years old. The body style came out in 2011, so that's 11 years old. Okay, what do we see at the front here? We see LED lights. Chrysler updated the front a little bit. LED lights on the top and the bottom too, next to the fog lights. Now the Sport model has this nice black grille here, so no chrome on the Sport model. It's a matter if you like that or not. It has those wheels. They are 21-inch wheels. And I personally like them. I think they make it look a little more sporty, a little more updated. What I do not like is the tires. You know, rental companies are cheap. They put Prinks tires from China on it, which yeah, not my favorite choice. Then just your standard mirror here with turn signal in it. There's a sunroof, and here's your antenna. We'll get to the interior in just a second. It has keyless entry, and you can log it by pushing that button and open it. There you go. By putting your hand in the door handle. So what else there is there? The Sport model is a little bit different. We already discovered the black grille, black rims. Also has this spoiler here that the normal 300, the 300C does not have. So that is different. I am not sure about the exhaust. I know this one doesn't sound better, but does it look different? Not sure. I would have to look that up. As I said, while traveling, I'll just stop for a moment to make a video. Tennessee license plate. Well, we are not in Tennessee, definitely not. We're in New Mexico. Let's open the trunk. It does not open automatically. And here you go. It's not a huge, but it's a decent amount of space. There's a little hook here, you can hang something on. Let's see if the spare tire fits. There it is. Oh, looks like there are your books too, from the car as well as the battery. That's good. Now, this is kind of an older car, and you can see a lot of stuff is like afterthoughts, like this subwoofer here. Looks like someone had the idea, let's put a subwoofer in the trunk, so they just slapped it in here and attached it. Yeah, it comes like that stock. It just looks a little tacky. All right, no automatic trunk, so I'll push it down. Nice Chrysler badge there. As I said, 300S, not C. LED taillights. This is the ring. Here's LED as well as the inside. I'm gonna turn the lights on so we can look at that before we go inside the vehicle. And this is the V6, which makes about 300 horsepower. Lights are on. As your turn signal is non-LED. This here, I'm pretty sure the headlights are HIDs. Now the fog lights, they are LEDs. You can tell look a little bit different. So they're LEDs, HIDs, LEDs, and just the normal incandescent bulb for the signal. Now the rear looks much better. I really like the design here. You know, the LEDs around and the LEDs in the middle too. And then we have the reverse lights, and they look like they might be LEDs as well, but I can't confirm that at this moment. Let's turn that off. All right, so that's the exterior. V6, 300 horsepower, about 280 foot-pounds of torque, I believe. I'll look that up and put it in the description. Yeah, I'll look at the engine as well with you guys. Just a different spot. I gotta be a little cautious here. You never know what to expect when you're in an unknown, unfamiliar place. There's the tank, opens up from the interior only. So another thing I forgot is we saw the rear spoiler, and there's a spoiler lip here at the front too. See that, how that sticks out? There you go. Which is interesting. It's a little bit interesting concept. You take an older car, which was supposed to be a luxury car. They compared these to Bentleys when they came out, which is crazy. They have nothing to do with the Bentley at all. Maybe the design a little bit. And now I made a sporty car out of it. Man, I don't know. Even the V6, it has a decent amount of power, but it's not like it's a fast car. It definitely lacks a turbo or a V8, you know, more torque. We'll get to that a little bit later. Let's go inside and check out the interior. I'm gonna check out the back first. This is my seating position. The kids' safety child seats here. Leather seats, non-adjustable headrest at the back. Like a middle console here. I'm gonna climb in, and you see, I can sit in here, but it's a little bit tight. It'd be okay, but it's a little bit tight. Cup holders though, which is nice. A little cubby here. And look at that rear sunshade. It looks like it's back from the 90s. My 99 W140 Mercedes has not one of those, but you could get that as an option for the Mercedes. So I don't know, that's kind of like a relic from the 90s. Why did they put that in here? I do not know. It's interesting that they did that. Most people would opt for tinted windows. The seats look kind of big and beefy, don't they? It's supposed to be real leather, and it does look, I don't know, it looks real, but yeah, it doesn't convince me. It doesn't look like it's the best quality of leather. There's a button here to get that sunshade in, and of course up. And heated seats at the back as well, which I guess is nice. Power windows. Get in the front. Okay, here we are. So front seats are comfortable, but if you compare them with another luxury vehicle like the town car, they are pretty hard, you know. The leather doesn't feel soft at all. So that's something you immediately realize when you get in. There's an S like Sport embroidered in the leather seat, which is cool. I like the headliner that it's black. Personally, that's pretty nice. Okay, the interior is a little bit of a mess. Man, this looks to me like an old car. It looks like it's 20 years old. And the design, everything looks old-fashioned. I personally do not like it. I know some people love it. I don't like this design here. Quality doesn't feel the best either. It's soft though, which is good. There's your glove box, hard plastics. Nice and soft in the door though. There's no wood. It's definitely plastic. This is not real metal. Nothing seems to be real metal in here, but definitely real plastics. So that's for sure. Yeah, what else can I show you in here? There's cup holders here. Cover. There's a little console in the middle here. Decent amount of storage there. There's a plug in there. You can plug your phone, or in my case, dash cam in, which I choose this one here. If you don't do that, you can close this. It probably used to be an ashtray in the older days. There's a shifter here. So It's like a regular knob that you rotate. And then this here, what's that supposed to be? Can you put a pen in? I don't know. It comes out really easy. Look at that. And there is like some kind of pull in here. I think it's when you have no power and you gotta get it in neutral. You pull on that to put the car in neutral, to tow it, put it on a tow truck when it breaks down. So that's a Chrysler. I'm meaning Chrysler's breakdown, but you know, yeah. This here definitely doesn't look like luxury. All just black plastic. Looks kind of lame. Then we have our lights here, which I don't think they're LEDs. What do you guys think? They don't look like LEDs. Sun visors, not LEDs. And we have a nice roof here. If someone likes that, let's open it up and see what it looks like. Up, gotta push it again. As you guys probably know, I'm not a fan of sunroofs, moonroofs, whatever you call them. How's that opened? Come on, there you go. But some people really enjoy that stuff, so if you do enjoy it, here you go. Chrysler offers it here. So inside, okay. And I tried it with the family. It does a good job. The wind is not too annoying. It doesn't buffer too loud, so no complaints there. I'm gonna close it though. I hate it that there we go. Let's keep it open. When you keep it open, of course, you get the sun on your head, even with the tinted glass, which also not everyone's a fan of that, you know. So what do you think of this car? It's a mixture between the old world and the new world. Kind of like an old traditional body, which some people like, and I can see that. I can see why. Combined with some modern twist, with the spoilers, the bigger rims, and all that. The added-on LED lights in the headlights, you know, the daytime driving lights, and yeah, it's fine. You know, probably not. It's not a bad car. It looks good. I like it. Now the interior, I do not like. I think it just looks old-fashioned. Looks old. It looks dated. Not a fan of the interior. The seats, a little hard, to be honest, for a luxury car. Which is this a luxury car? What do you say? This cost about $38,000. The 300S. Is that luxury? American luxury? You let me know. So yeah, and we'll get to the interior, to the tech in a moment. The tech is wild too. Yes, stuff from the old world and the new world mixed together, as you already can kind of tell when you look at this. And I'll move to a different location and then we'll look at that together. And I'm sure there's some weird cars pulling in and out here, and you never know if I'm a good part of town or bad part of town here. So let's move out here together, go to another spot, and we'll talk about the tech. Okay, let's see. I can show you how this thing takes off here. Like I said, the engine is fine. It's just not super sporty. Even the 300S, I believe, has more horsepower than the regular V6 300s. So I can only imagine how slow that one is. Okay, we're gonna go this way. And I also find that when you have more passengers in the car, you can tell, you can feel it. It's less fast, you know? It doesn't get up and go as quick as when you drive it alone, which is very strange because I'm not driving with 400-pound per person family here. I have two small kids, you know, and my wife of course too. But anyways, these cars are designed to haul many people and plus the luggage, so you shouldn't really feel it that much. I don't feel it in my other cars that I have at home, you know, my Explorer and town car, but here I do. Oh, very interesting. And I would go to the other dealer lots like across the street here, but I find that here, even on Sundays, they're closing the dealer lots off. They don't welcome visitors as much as in other places, so I don't want to go in and have the police come out and ask what I'm doing, snooping around, checking if there's a stolen car and you know, all the stuff. So I don't need that. Okay, I'll wait for the light here, and we'll go to a different spot and look at the tag. Here we go.
The speed limit is 45 miles per hour.
Alright, and when you go too fast, like I just did, barely, the car tells you. Very annoying. You could all hear the sound. It doesn't sound like a race car, which I didn't expect with a vehicle like this. Still. Interesting. We'll get to the tag in just a moment. I'll go find a spot probably close to the hotel, and I'll be right back. Alright, I found a spot. I'm parking outside of a parking spot so that there's a little bit of shade, so I can do this. And look what I got here, Lincoln Town Car. Alright, I already told you guys what I think about the exterior. There's good and bad in my view. I liked the looks, the styling of the car. I do like some of the modern touches, like the rims and the LED lights, tail lights and headlights and daytime running lights they added on. I do like that. I do think it's a little bit weird that it's kind of like old and new mixed with that big spoiler lip. So yeah, generally I'm positive about the exterior. The interior, the looks of it, no, I do not approve. The quality, I don't. It's kind of cheap plasticky feel that you get in here with everything you touch. Nothing's real metal even. I mean, this seems to be real leather though. Okay, the tag, let's start here in the middle. We got this system here that the Mopar fans love. I'm not sure why yet, but let's say it works good. The GPS works really good. Let's start with media. Media is all of your radio stations. You don't really have to talk much about that. Everyone knows what it is. Climate, your climate settings, kind of easy to understand too. The only thing is, if you want your ventilated seats on or heated seats on, there are no buttons. So where do you go? You look here at climates. You see it? There we go, controls. And then you can set the driver ventilated seat, the passenger ventilated seat. You can turn those on. You can dim the mirror. You can let the rear sunshade down, see? Which is also kind of odd that they put that in this spot here, isn't it? I think it is. I'm not sure what you guys think about it, but yeah, you can do that. Okay, controls. It's the same one. You notice that? The climates, and controls in the middle, and controls here is the same. But who in the world knows what controls means at first? Well, you can see a little seat in it, you know, I guess. And still, not a fan. I prefer to have a button to push so that I can just activate my seats by myself. So, oh look, it turns it off by itself. Then we have the apps. That's traveling, and there we have our seats again. The heated seats, ventilated seats, passenger seat, everything. It is just a mess. Wi-Fi hotspot, vehicle user guides, notifications, app manager, heated steering wheel. Oh my heck! See how far that is? You gotta find your heated steering wheel. I bet it's on the controls too, though. Then you have the sunshade again, phone settings, audio settings, whatever. Navigation. At first glance, I didn't like it. Now I do, because I kind of learned how to work it. See? Kind of a good system. I tried it. It worked good. I mean, where else can I go? Let's go back on the map. It shows you the map where I am right now, and then in a hotel parking lot. Yeah, the navigation is fine. It works just fine. So phone, I did not sync my phone with the rental car. I don't want to pair it either. So do know. Then we have our settings here, language, the usual crap here, dual locks. We have a lot of different gadgets in here, like that it tells you the speed limit. This is something I don't like, but someone might want that. You asked me again, no. And I recommend putting it on navigation while you drive and on the map, because then when you drive, right here, this corner, it will show you the speed limit, because it does traffic sign recognition. It must, because it shows you the actual traffic sign and the speed limit, and it warns you when you go over that, or you can just look at it and you can see what your speed limit is supposed to be. So that's about it for this screen here. The backup camera though, let's have a look. In reverse, look, my sunshade just went down when I go in reverse, and my mirrors tilted down. But here's the real reason I show you this. Look at that camera. It is very grainy and dark, and I tried to find some settings to change that. I can't. So the quality is just not good. This is a bad quality of camera. I had a Toyota Corolla rental many years ago. That was just the same crappy quality. And yeah, bad job from Chrysler to still put cameras like this in their cars. I mean, Ford quality is top notch. I mean, you look at my wife's Ford Escape, the camera, very good quality, and that vehicle came out in 2014. So this here, very bad. Turn it back off and park, and there goes our sunshade back up. See that? It's so weird. Hey, that's about it for this screen here. Our buttons here, there's a mute button, screen off button, there's a parking sensors off, the lane assist off, traction control. It's yeah, nothing interesting except for the sport button. I can't find out what that is, and I didn't look it up either, so I'll push that, and then a little checkered flag shows up here. And I tried driving it with the sport mode, and it feels about the same, to be honest. You can put it on S, like sport here as well, and it just shifts a little different, but that's about it. The rest is and I mean, what do you expect? The car can't get more horsepower, it's not possible. We have paddle shifters, pretty much useless for a vehicle like this with a V6. Let's see what we have here, the screens. Of course, there's the speed and RPMs. Then we have this screen here, shows you the driver assistance stuff, shows you if the car is in front of you, and what your settings are with your automatic cruise control. You know how far it's set to stay away from the vehicle in front of you. You can set the distance. As you can see, I have had 3 bars now, and you can lower that to 2 or up it to 4. There you go, see that? Okay, next screen has all kinds of information. There's your fuel economy, 21.4. That's average freeway, city, and highway for us on this vacation trip here. Current MPG and the range. Next one's the trip info, not interesting. Audio, messages, none. Screen setup, I don't want to mess with that. And there's your speedometer. Vehicle info is interesting, especially for a vehicle like this. Coolant temperature, then transmission temperature, oil temperature, the oil pressure, which nobody ever needs in a vehicle like this, but there it is. Oil life, okay, and the battery voltage. I'm very surprised that Chrysler puts all this info in here. Very surprised. And the tire pressure, which is way too high. Okay, look at that, way too high. But it's a rental, I'm not gonna go fix it. Now we are back to our coolant temperature here. Hey, let's do the next one. Driver assist. See, that was it. So the tach is all right. I really like this screen here. It's well made. I don't like the blue color. It's hard to read sometimes. See, when you look at it like that during the day, it's hard to read. This screen here is alright too, except for the camera. It's a crappy camera. The tech, it has everything you need. It has parking sensors. It has all the standard stuff. It's just not working as good. You know, when you park and let's say you park too close to something, so the front sensors go off and beep, which is good. Now you get in your vehicle and you put it in reverse and there's nobody behind you, so you would think nothing would beep to tell you go ahead, back up. Nope, it still beeps because you parked too close to something in the front. So that's kind of stupid, because you want to reverse. You look to the back of the vehicle. You don't want to be distracted by some beeping from the front. So it's like they added that and they didn't do it the right way. So I do not like that. The car does warn you if someone is next to you. There's a little triangle in the mirror that turns on, which is really good. And it beeps as well. You can configure that the way you want. You can configure it that it beeps. That's safety stuff is always good. So safety tech is always important. I do like it. There's a little compass in there, I see. Not sure if you like that or if you need that. Yeah, that's about all I have to say about it. You can look up the tag on your own if you want to, if you're interested. Everything is in this car, everything works. It just feels like it works better in a Ford than in this Chrysler. Yeah, I know Chrysler people probably don't like me to say that, but oh, I just pushed the button on vent here. Close that. I want the shade closed. There it comes. So everything just doesn't work as good. You can put your glasses in here, see, just fine too. Alright, I think we are at the end of the video. I'll go out and open the hood so we can look at the hood, at the engine for a second. See if the engine is worth looking at. It's the V6. It's a reliable engine. I read about it. People like it. It's been out for a long time, so don't expect any miracles. It's a reliable engine, been out for a while. This probably one of his last vehicles it's in. I'm not a Chrysler guy, so I don't really know, but anyways, I hope you